Welcome back. Today we're taking a look at agro processing business in Nigeria, and I have my guests who just see to it. I have them in the studio. I have Mr. David Olejogun, Vice President Business Development and Senior Project Manager of SAO Group. It's a pleasure to have you on the show today.
Good morning.
And also have Mr. Jiva Dalvi, the General Manager of SAO Group. It's a pleasure to have you on the show too.
Good morning.
Let's take a look at processing in Nigeria. We also know that it's not that easy for us to process the raw materials that we have, especially palm oil. What would you say are the issues? What would you say are the challenges that we are unable to process oil palm in Nigeria?
Yes. Now, the Sao Agro, we are in the big expansion in the oil palm plantation. In the Ondo state, we have 20,000 hectare land. Out of 10,000, we are developing right now. And in 10,000, in another 2-3 years, we are developing land at the 100% land we will develop. Out of that land, next stage is the processing industry, CPU. We are in a process of erecting the 30 metric ton of processing unit, that is CPU processing unit, and that will help for our plantation as well as the outdoor plantation of the farmer. This processing unit will create the employment of 1,000 employees. Our 10,000 hectare of plantation will create around 2,000 employment direct, and indirect employment will create for transportation, driver, food stalls, and so many other contractors like the road construction, road repair, etc. It will be around more than 1,000 hectares. Now, this when we are manufacturing our CPU, the challenges we have now is untrained labor. That is the first major thing. From the farming to the processing, supervision and management. So we are developing, we are training them.
We'll call fully to what that industry or that company is actually doing to ensure that the process, what we produce here in Nigeria, especially
to see that processing is stabilized and all those challenges are overcome. For example, first of all, is the storage. A lot of processing facilities or processing vendors, they don't have storage facility, and that has really hampered the processing industry. But this is what we have come to overcome as a company.
So how do you hope to overcome them?
Yes, we have international partner. We are not a company that's just most of these facilities, though some of we have foreign experts who come down and work with us to develop this industry. Then when they develop this industry, at the same time, the challenges is shortage of skilled manpower, which we are also going to overcome. We are doing that gradually.
Indonesia is the highest producer of palm oil. Would you agree with me?
Indonesia is the highest producer.
It is the highest producer, and we are the fifth.
Yeah.
So what would you say that they are doing differently in Indonesia that we are not doing in Nigeria?
Yeah. The government policies for the land acquisition and land clearing and clearing the land is supporting to the investors. They are supporting investors. Maximum land under forest or bushes or not developed forest, they brought under the palm. They selected the palm as a crop, and the economy is based on the palm oil export, Malaysian and Indonesian both countries. And government supported the company. They have, because this is the 120 to 130 years before they started this, they developed the good hybrid varieties, they developed the good trained manpower, and now they are expert in the oil palm. The processing unit is very good. They developed the good cost, and now they're for the development of the oil palm sector or any agriculture.
So the company also need the intervention of government.
Yeah.
Is that what I'm saying?
Yes.
In terms of funding.
Yeah, all funding, loan, support, then supporting farmers for outdoor schemes, so farmer can
Carefully locate that area for investors. You know, where we use now, for example, Sao Agro as investor in agric palm, also other investors. Where we use presently is government forest that have been declassified. So government have been able to locate those some parts of the forest that are suitable to grow palm. You discover that in that area too, there are some area where you don't even need to cultivate, just throw the seed, it will grow itself. So that area is fit and suitable to grow palm. And let me tell you this, government has been very supportive, not the government in particular, has been very supportive in terms of encouraging us, in terms of giving us land, even though we pay for this, but Ondo State government has been very supportive. I was talking about Indonesia government support in terms of land acquisition. Yes, Ondo State government is doing that for us, and they are solidly behind us because Ondo State is interested in growing agribusiness. Ondo State is also interested in shifting focus from civil service income stream to agriculture in such a way that we not continue to depend on salary, then agriculture will be able to also not only on palm, though palm have a very, very bright future in Ondo State like Indonesia and Malaysia. You believe me, Indonesia and Malaysia, that's what they do. So they have a very, palm have a very bright future as far as developing the economy is concerned. So, but we are not only focusing on palm, we are also doing cocoa. There is a state that I mentioned to you of the camera the other time. We have just acquired a multi-billionaire cocoa processing facility there. And we are also acquiring land, 10,000 hectares also, to also plant cocoa. We are also into cassava. We are doing cassava. We planted cassava about 100 hectares, I think 2 years ago. We did that. Then some other agricultural activity. We have a 50,000 capacity broiler farm, then 50,000 capacity fish farm, and we also have fish processing facility with us.
I will come to you to ask you about how beneficial will this be to the people from those states. But let me ask David, when should we expect to begin processing members? Because that's also key. We cannot continue to export what we produce here.
The CPO mill will be ready by 2.5 years from now.
Okay.
That because we are focusing now on the plantation, so that will be processing. That is the CPO. Then we have, the government of Indo have planned for developing the SAPZ. That is from in our area, and we are the key person in that, key company in that industry. So in future we will plan for the refinery also. That is the
to refine
the palm oil, crude palm oil. So that is there. As Mr. David told us now, we are focusing on cocoa, cassava, oil palm, and poultry industry. Now, even we have processing industry to the neighborhood state. We can develop plantation here. We can purchase the cocoa from this area, and then we transfer to our processing unit. The same thing. It will create a big employment to the farmer, income generation, employment, direct employment, indirect employment, maybe purchase vendor, agent, commission agent, transporter. This all indirect employment will develop. And another, as you say, regarding the poultry, as Mr. David told you, this is a big processing industry. We have already structure is on the place. So it is a 5 round of broiler if you take. It is a big achievement, and it will give around 500 employment throughout the year. And processing is a seasonal employment during the when we cut the chicken. That also the employment. And our processing unit is now almost all machinery at the place. We have to start this thing. So this will create a big opportunity for the employment generation and improve the livelihood of the local people.
Mr. Davis really mentioned, but do you have anything to add to it?
Yes,
what is also important is the common man on the street. How beneficial will this, what we are doing here, affect that person?
Okay, can I tell you, you on the video the other time on the screen you saw some people moving palm, loading palm. We were trying to load our palm from our nursery, our main nursery, to the plantation, as you can see. So labor are involved in that. On a monthly basis, I'm in charge of payment. I pay on the average 1,000 people at least on a monthly basis. So that is for palm plantation. Then in terms of broiler processing, like he told you, we just imported processing facilities for our boiler, 1,200 capacity per hour. We process 1,200 birds per hour. So we are planning to be able to process at least 10,000 birds per day. So that one, apart from staff on the broiler farm, on the broiler farm about 100. Then staff also, or workers also on processing unit of the section. That one is also close to 100 too. So with that, we have been able to correctly occupy the den of robbers and kidnappers. But as I speak to you today, there's nothing like that. I cannot tell you in terms of security. On our farm, we have about 150 security personnel guiding our farm. So as I speak to you, our farm is safe, the environment is safe. That's another advantage. Yes.
I can get, but let's look at because also in the news I also saw lately where students of Nigerian Defense College actually visited that farm.
Yes.
For what purpose?
Yes. First of all, the student on a yearly basis, they go on research. So as you saw them on the video, as they came to us that particular day, they were distributed. Student of Nigeria Defense College, you are posted to area of your interest, of your research, to go and see what they are doing there. So they came, those are students who chose agriculture as area of research. They came to learn about how to plant palm from nursery to plantation. And apart from that, they came to know more about it, because as they came, they were taking notes. The students were taking notes, asked me questions, asked the VJ questions, asked a lot of things about, because they wanted to use that to build their research. Then they came actually from Abuja. So they did not just come to us because they heard about us. They heard about what we are doing. They found that South Agro is one of the lead investors and lead agric farming in those states. So they came to learn about agric. Then that day they were able to go back home with the knowledge of how to grow palm. That's number one. Then because they also came with high-ranking officers of the military, they were able to give us a promise that they will be able to tell the government in power what we are doing. And because they asked about our challenges and what we are doing, we told them. So by that, as a person, personally, they will be able to know about palm, if in case you want to go into that business as an individual. Then, and number two, they will be able to bring the message to the government at federal level now. They'll be able to tell them there's a company in Ondo State doing this for the state, also for the nation. Let me tell you, then it's estimated that palm oil sector will contribute $20 billion to the GDP of Nigeria. So we are part of people doing that. So they'll be able to bring this great good news to the government. As individuals that are interested in it, they will be able to develop interest and enter into that business and also join us to boost the economy of the country.
I was about to ask Mr. Davi, did any one of them actually show interest in coming to that business?
Yeah, the way they are asking about so many questions, yes, they are sure, and it is attractive. They realize that oil palm, this is attractive agriculture, this thing from. So yes, sorry. And their intention is that if we learn and if we grow the oil palm plantation, whatever when they talking, they told us that if the people engage in the oil palm plantation, they will get money, and the crime will come down. That is the intention.
Would you say it's also lucrative?
Yeah.
The business.
Yeah.
But the time of maturity is as if it is long.
If that I was talking to you, this is the hybrid seed. After planting, after 30 months you can harvest. If you take care, properly care. Or
After
30 months after planting.
30 months.
Yes. That's why why we are preferring the imported hybrid seed. We
But the
we
lifespan of hybrids
yeah.
is not that long.
No, actually any life cycle you say, all the life cycle it grow, then up to the some limit it stagnant, then it start coming down. So production life cycle of every crop, the production life cycle of oil palm is higher at the age of from 8 to 15. After 15 it started coming down, down, down. So generally in a commercial oil palm plantation, after 25 years of plantation, we replace the farm.
Okay.
Not at a time. The way we plant, we replace. Suppose I have 10,000 hectare, then we'll plant 1,000, 1,000, 1,000 every hectare. So it will not be a setback for mill also. Continuously we are feeding the mill and we are replacing the old palm. That we do generally.
Because
So another thing I want to tell you on the issue of the processing and economy you asked me earlier. Generally, if we grow 10,000 hectare palm and 10,000 hectare from the farmer, we'll get around 25,000 metric ton of FFB for processing. It is 10 metric ton truck, then how many truck we require, you calculate for throughout the year. Then the CPO will be around 1 million metric ton. And the amount will be around approximately USD 120 million. So this is our contribution to the Mr. David say for the national GDP in this limited hectareage. If we grow more, it will be increased.
I also have the plan of also growing more.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
So because of our time, let's look at it generally. So what should the people expect from that company in the nearest future?
Yes, in the nearest future, people of Nigeria, because we are not just joking, we are not just coming to waste money, we want to change the economic trajectory by building a sustainable and solid agribusiness in the state. Like he said, we are anchor investor for SABZ in Ondo State. So we want to change the face of agric in the state and in Nigeria at large, because we are not only in Ondo State, we have our presence in Osrc State, we have our presence in Ogun State, we have our presence in Edo State, we have our presence in Katsina State, we have our presence in Kwara State, even though we are doing different types of agribusiness in those states. So we are here for business, and people should expect continuous improvement, new things, and greater things from us.
I want to thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us on the show today, Mr. David Odejogi. Mr. David Odejogi is the Vice President, Business Development and Senior Project Manager of Sao Group. It's a pleasure having you here. Also, I want to thank Davy, General Manager of Sao Group, for creating your time to be here. We're supposed to hold this program on Monday, but we couldn't because of technical problem.
Thank you very much.
That's how it's going to be on the show today. Join us on Monday for another one. Kunle Ariyo is my name. Good morning.